السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Hello, Habibis. Welcome. You can see I have 10. I was at Disneyland and I went, I got, as he's fixing this, I want to tell a story. I got stuck at the Indiana Jones ride. It was horrifying. It really was. You got to see Indiana Jones running through. Oh fuck. Okay.
Okay. No. Tell your story.
Stop. Okay. So
No.
he was running around. You know, they have those little like robotic things running around, but they went so woke that Indiana Jones was actually hanging himself because he was actually a
Do you have that tweet on hand? Find that tweet, Jay, and I will go ahead and give the intro. This is perfect. I'm adjusting my mic, and of course, it falls off the desk and the plug comes out. So, starting the show off with an unplugged mic, so I had to make sure that obviously everything went fit. But good evening, Habibis. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. I am Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Jay Kobbe.
And we're the Habibi Bros. That's right. Or just two Habibis who are waging a jihad on not just on the Western news media and basically everyone who's a dumb bitch. And
yes.
So tonight we bring you a very special stream because we haven't done this. Huh?
Some people call it the establishment. Some people call it the mainstream media. Some people call it lizard people. Other people know them as Yahud, and some people know them as.
For those of you who are not familiar with the term Yahud, please Google that shit. I just go ahead, look it up. You will not be disappointed.
And the bankers, and mainly, the World Forum and the globalists. That's who we wage jihad.
That's who we're waging jihad on.
Yes.
And if you clicked on if you clicked on the stream based on the thumbnail, yes, that is indeed us flying a plane of truth into the Washington Post.
Yes, because honestly, after this past month, it has been absolutely insane and embarrassing. We're going to go through some of the takes right now, but they have really taken the cake this month on how bad.
Well, Jay's jumping ahead of the game here because I didn't even tell you what we're doing. This is I was about to start, and then Jay's like, "Oh, I'm going to talk about, the Yahud." This is how. This is just the show. This is just how we do the show. We just, there's no order. We've actually found, Jay, and Habibis, we found that the stream works so much better when it's just no structure at all, just chaos, just melted steel beams everywhere, caused by jet fuel. And tonight we have a very special stream for you because we now are doing this once a month. We're doing it the last Tuesday or Thursday of every month, and that is the list. And for those of you who are not familiar with the list, I'm going to quickly explain. And I don't know if we have a banner that shows the story of the Habibi Bros. Here we go. So before Jay and I started Habibi Power Hour and got together as Habibi Bros, we initially started off with, well, technically I did. Jay had nothing to do with this. Fuck Jay.
Fuck me, daddy.
No, basically what happened was I started the list in December 2019, December 2nd, 2019, for those of you who are keeping score at home, to recognize that the list's 4th birthday is coming up. and you can go ahead and follow the list on Twitter at List Comes for All. However, basically, it was just a ranking of the worst tweets that I saw on Twitter. And the reason why it started was because George Conway was dunking on his wife, Kellyanne Conway, in the middle of the first Trump impeachment inquiry, which is pretty wild, Jay, considering now we're in what? In the time that the list began, we've now gone through, we're about to enter our third impeachment.
Yeah. Between two presidents. It's
between
nuts.
Two presidents.
And it's so
not
funny.
Even 4 years old.
Right.
So a few months later, COVID lockdowns happened. Jay and I were like, man, this shit sucks. And we got bored and we're like, hey, you want to just like do a live stream together? And I was like, I don't know who initiated it. Was that you?
Honestly, I can't remember. Oh, you know what happened?
What?
What happened was we were FaceTiming each other at night, like we usually do. You know,
right.
Just talking about our day and everything. And we're like, what
would
be really good?
Jay, I usually have it like not pointed at my face. I have it pointed like down, and I'm not wearing pants.
Right. And then I was like, you know what would be really cool if we could share these type of conversations with the world. Just like, how your day was. Did you get beat by your wife today again?
Jay, you know very well that's part of my daily routine. That's no longer a question of did it happen. The answer is always going to be yes.
Yeah, it's like, how severe was it this time? And honestly, she's a pro. She knows where to hit you where we don't see marks.
She really is. It's actually, I'm not even gonna lie. I had a physical earlier, and just some standard stuff, and the technician, like, I had like a bruise on my arm,
right?
And the tech looks at me, and Emily's in the room with us, and he's like, "Everything okay at home?"
I didn't know, really.
Oh god.
It would be hilarious if she was just like, "You better answer right, bitch."
Oh, we got Nick in the building. Nick, what up, Habibi?
Habibi Nick.
Habibi Nick. He actually could probably hop into the locals chat because he simply has a Rumble email. I think because he's whatever. You figure it out, Nick. I'm not your Pakistani IT support guy. Okay, that is bullshit, sir. It is bullshit. Slap that shit on the shirt. Anyways, that's a long-winded story, basically, for us to say hit that like, that thumbs up, that follow, and join buttons, and also go ahead and hang out with us in the Habibi Bros Locals non-Porsche chat that's happening right now, and basically it's like a nice collective of Habibis that are just chilling, hanging out. And Jay, there's some other benefits to being a part of. Wait, did you already share the tweet, by the way?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to turn it over to you, and I need you to tell me the Disney story, and then first of all, give me the benefits of what joining our locals community is, and then I want you to hit me with that Indiana Jones story.
Oh, okay, perfect. So one thing that you get when you join the Habibi Bros is you get to watch us be complete boomers on this.
Complete boomers.
And then also you get to join the Discord server as well. And on the Discord server, basically what you're going to be seeing tonight are all nominations by the Habibis who have joined our Discord server, who find the worst tweets that they want us to react to or talk about. And you can see right now the theme of our story is Washington Post because they're the main ones who have been insane this week. But there's a lot of takes that you just cannot believe that real people actually post. Like, it is absolutely insane that they actually do this. And another thing is we do Habibi game nights. We also have our fantasy football league as well that's going on right now that you guys can be a part of as well, which is
But I
not
think
doing so.
I think all the stuff that we do like combined really makes it worth it. The fact that you're only like paying $5 a month for it is kind of insane.
No, it's a lot of fun. I think we have a really good time. And
No,
next
yeah, like
Habibi,
you and you know, we don't have any testimonials because all the Habibis do is just drag the shit out of me.
you don't want to
But if
ask
they
them
were to give
how
it,
much fun they're
yeah,
having.
if they were to give you like a testimonial, they would absolutely say how fucking painful it is to be a part of the Habibi Bros locals
Right.
community. And we
That's
got
exactly how they would say
Master
it.
Thief up in here. Wait, hold on. We got Anon Sidious on locals saying the chaos and total incompetency. We pay for this.
This is absolute truth. Absolute
And
truth.
then Master Thief comes in and says, between Siraj and Jay, Emily is truly the best beard of the three.
That's absolute truth. That's fact right there.
Anyways, so we were trying to say that we started doing these list streams. Well, I started doing them solo, and then I realized that it's so much more fun having Jay on here because I don't have to play producer half the time anymore. We could just react to shit. Also, my internet sucks right now, so Jay's actually queuing up all of the tweets, which is a
Yes,
departure
and
from what I do with the list. Is when I'm the one who's queuing it up. Of course, though, we figured out the magic formula on the last show on the BB Power Hour on Tuesday, which you should absolutely go watch because we had so much fucking fun. Especially talking about the Nazis in Canada being honored.
yeah,
But on
that
top of
was
that, we figured out that like I am so much better not running the show.
well, I mean, to be fair, you are you have ADD or
ADHD.
ADHD.
I have
Yes,
ADHD.
you do have ADHD. It's a real thing. It's not something that's fake that our our immigrant fathers would tell us. My dad, oh yeah, like if it came to like ADHD or it came to depression or it came to anything like that, my dad would just be like, "Don't think about it. Why are you thinking about it? Why aren't you doing better? why
No,
are
it's
you
like
sad?
no. Why are you sad? Just be happy.
Yeah, why are you sad? Just be happy. That's how you. Why aren't you focusing on this? Focus." And one thing that happens with Siraj because he's doing the producing and he wants to like bring up a tweet or bring up a video or something, I'll be having a discussion with him, and then he'll just be like, "What? Sorry? Oh, wait, my
Oh
turn.
no, that's literally me all
What
the
is it?"
time.
So this keeps him
No,
focused.
it's actually really like I do have the power to hyper focus, but yeah, my lack of focus is really a sight to behold. I don't know how I get anything done. It probably is the reason why like my Twitter got as big as it has just by pure ADHD, just literally just fleeting thoughts, just rapid fire going out, and nothing having anything to do with each other. It's actually kind of impressive. I'm still alive, Jay.
It's honestly, I think M has a lot to do with it.
You what?
I think your wife has a lot to do with you, like still being alive.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Absolutely.
Totally.
I mean, you're like
Totally.
John. You're like Fetterman. I mean, you don't even dress yourself. You should see how this guy goes into the office and stuff. He wears Hawaiian shirts with like dicks on them and shit. Like it's or flamingos. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. And honestly,
Hello.
I want to
Hello. Good
apologize.
night, everybody.
I want to apologize to Emily. I'm sorry. The reason why I'm apologizing is because she has better fashion sense than that. I apologize.
You apologize to Emily for what?
For insinuating that she dresses you, meaning the fashion you wear is up to her.
Oh, you're saying that she dressed. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would I could see that not going over well with her.
Right.
Simply because you're mocking her sense of style. And
and that's why I was quick to realize, because I mean, I don't want it to be raining. I just washed my car, so I don't need that to happen.
my wife's
wiser.
Jewish, by the way.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know, if you haven't figured that out,
Yeah, if you're just new here, my wife's Jewish, and Jay doesn't want it to rain on his car.
That's the joke.
There you go. But
anyways,
so
the wiser on the not in Porsche chat. Jay, did you buy your extra small fuzzy shirt for next week? Okay, listen.
Oh, what happened? What's the story?
Fuzzy, I don't think I know. So me and Fuzzy, we have a we're what's it called? We're playing each other on our fantasy league right now. And if I lose, I have to get a shirt that says "I love Fuzzy" and wear it on every stream next week. And if
he
that's
loses, when we cancel the show,
right? And if he loses, he has to call into the show and say that Jay's dick satisfies my mother. And the funny thing is, the way that it's going right now is I'm probably going to be the one losing. And what sucks?
Watch it be to, Travis Kelce's going to have the best game of his life because he did anal with Taylor Swift.
Right. And the thing is, it's on his fucking his team. He's got Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
I mean, I think I've done a pretty good job on, like, I have a deep bench. I think I knew what I was doing on picking the players. And what's funny is, like, people think I'm not the one doing this because I have no idea about football or anything. But what I do know is statistics. What I do know is numbers. And what I do know is I'm better than Carl. So that is the important things that are happening when I pick my players.
You did lose to Carl, Jay.
Hey, that was week 1. That was the first game. Shit happens. So we're going to see what's going to happen right now.
That was preseason. It was preseason.
Yeah.
Preseason. None the wiser, Carl says, also Jay left Montgomery on the bench and didn't know there was a game tonight.
Hold on. 1 second. Wait a minute. It doesn't. It doesn't mean I don't know. I didn't know what games were and all that kind of was happening. And Montgomery had 3 touchdowns today. So I mean, it is also, like, it's crazy.
It is really unfortunate because I also benched David Montgomery in one of my other leagues. Not that you care. You know how? Oh, this is great. You know how many rushing yards David Montgomery has right now? Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up now before he gets any more. You got to do this, Jay. This is.
How do I pull it up? Where do I go?
Just share your screen. Go Yahoo Fantasy. You're absolutely gonna fuck this over for me.
So he's at 141.
No. Scroll, zoom in to.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Very nice with 2 touchdowns.
Very nice. Don't stop the game. Stop the game. End it right now. Mercy rule.
I can't believe
that's the nice thing to do.
I can't believe I did this. I really can't believe I did this.
It's okay. All right. It happens to the best of us.
So back to the list log.
Yeah, let's just do the list.
So
how are we doing this, Jay? Are we gonna start off from number 10?
So I was thinking we'll go on to some of the honorable mentions first.
Okay, how many honorable mentions are we doing? You want to cap it? We got to cap it at a certain number.
Yeah, I was gonna keep it at 3 honorable mentions.
Let's see if we can get through 3. Let's see how CDC, 1 goes.
And let's
see your top. What's your top honorable mention, Jay?
So one of my top.
By the way, hold on. Very quick. I have not seen the list. I am blind. I'm doing something different tonight. Okay. I don't think anybody knows this. I have not actually looked at any single tweet on the list. Okay. It's complete blind reaction. Jay, I don't know if you already looked at the list. You probably did because you have it queued up, but I have not read shit. Okay.
Right.
So hit me with it. Okay. I'm going to make the screen bigger again.
Okay. So the first one came from our one of our favorite teacher union presidents, Randy Wienergarten.
Ooh, nice.
Texas teacher fired for reading Diary of Anne Frank to class. This speaks for itself. And what is hilarious about this is that
You want to scroll up? I think I remember seeing this tweet. Didn't it get community noted?
It got community noted.
Well, open that tweet, baby. Share that tab with me, baby. Let's see.
So it did get community noted.
Oh, and then it got deleted.
And it got deleted. Yes. So
some bitch.
I know, it's honestly crazy how that happens sometimes with community notes, but the community note was really great because the version of the story that was read was not the actual Diary of Anne Frank. It was a
if someone has a community note in the locals chat, send that link to that tweet so Jay can pull it up. But basically, from what I understand, it's not while you find that, Jay, if you want to find it real quick. The wild thing about this is the story about Anne Frank in this particular like graphic novel portrayed somewhat level of molestation of a minor.
Yeah, so it was a
also like exposed her bare chest.
Yes, and it was also very graphic, and it was a fantasized version of Anne Frank's life. It was not.
It was the hentai version. It was the hentai version of the Diary of Anne Frank.
Exactly, and this was being read to like sixth graders.
So we literally have. You're telling me we have the head of the. Oh, there we go. Let's see it. Oh, here's zoom out again.
This is the one that was shared right here. So the book the teacher read was not the Diary of Anne Frank. It was Anne Frank's diary, the graphic adaptation, which includes a depiction of molestation. And the teacher asked students to discuss the molestation that she was reading to the students. So I mean, you can see that this is an absolute false type of outrage tweet that they were trying to indicate on the states like the Texas and Florida and all of these other states that are banning these type of graphic things from being taught in middle school and in high schools, because this has no place for kids who are 12 years old. There's no other.
I don't look. That's from what Chronicle was it? Houston Chronicle.
Yeah, yes, which is
the Houston Chronicle. Not really like in the top tier echelon of like left wing newspapers, but holy shit, did publishing that story do so much damage to literally at every time they lie like this, and you know they're lying. Like lying is intentional. It's not just like a oopsie daisy, like the misinformation, like I'm posting like a something that turned out to be incorrected, but I didn't know that. Like that's a misinformation. This is active propaganda and disinformation. They're trying to paint the picture that pedophilia, one, is something that should be celebrated, and two, anyone who says different is basically banning books or a right-wing MAGA Nazi extremist.
That's exactly what it is. And then they want to push parents out of this discussion. They're desperate, very desperate to get them out of it. The head of education, the Department of Education,
Randy Wienergarten.
No, the admin, the head of education.
The Secretary of Education.
Secretary of Education. Yes, sorry. So he came out with a video.
He's a Hispanic Heritage Month kind of guy.
Yes, and he came out in an interview stating his frustration with allowing parents in these board meetings, in these school board meetings, to voice their concerns, because parents have no right on what should be or shouldn't be taught to these children.
That's Miguel Cardona, by the way, for those of you
Yes.
who are trying to. Anyways, so you're saying that he said this this week before? Like when was this?
What is his? How do you spell his name? Miguel. What?
Miguel Cardona.
How do you spell it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Car,
Yeah.
CAR,
Uh-huh.
Done, DONA, like Donasar.
Got it.
Donasar. T-Rex.
I just wanted to make sure I could get it because we will have it right here, and I'll share it.
We could disagree. We could have healthy conversations around what's best for kids. I respect differences of opinion. I don't have too much respect for people that are misbehaving in public and then acting as if they know what's right for kids.
Wait, misbehaving in public. What does that even mean?
So basically,
he's misbehaving in public.
It is
like sniffing people in public, and and kissing, random women on their necks, like when their husbands are getting nominated to be the Secretary of Defense under the Obama administration. That type of misbehaving in public.
No, the misbehaving in public he's talking about is parents reading these type of books in these board meetings so everyone can hear what they're depicting. That's the type of misbehaving he's talking about, and doesn't
Jay,
he hates it when they're reading the source material.
Joe Biden just loves his son.
Always and forever. So that's
always and forever.
That's my first nominee before we get to the top 10.
Okay. So we got one more. We got one more in the honorable mention.
Yes, this is the CDC coming out saying it's right here. CDC.
Okay, sorry. By the way, look how many reposts.
69. Nice. So the CDC came out and posted this. People who want to get pregnant in the future may receive a COVID-19 vaccine. COVID-19 vaccines are being monitored closely for safety during presidency.
Wait, well, Jay, everything you said just now, I don't know if it's my ADHD or that I'm retarded, but I did not understand a single word you just said.
So look at the date. This was recently posted 9/19.
All right, September 19th. By the way, this is for those of the Habibis who are just joining us, because I see that we got some newbies here. This is the list of people who need their phones taken away based on bad takes on Twitter/X. And we're going through the top 10. Right now, we're in the honorable mention. And we're covering the entire month of September because the last time we did this was at the end of August. So obviously, keep it locked here. We stream every Tuesday and Thursday, and basically the last Tuesday or Thursday that month, we'll do the less stream like this. So this came out September 19th, and
yes. So it's saying people who want to get pregnant in the future may receive a COVID-19 vaccine. COVID-19 vaccines are being monitored closely for safety during pregnancy.
That's probably why everything was so messed up for me, because Jay, you said presidency, and that just
did I really?
Off.
I'm sorry. So pregnancy. So it's
my ADHD would not let that one go.
It's the wording of it that has been very, to me, has been very noticeable on the way that they've been talking about the safety of the vaccine now compared to when it was first rolled out.
Yeah.
So now they're talking about like it's being cautioned. Now they're talking about like we're monitoring it while you're pregnant. Now they're talking about all of these different things. But before, all we heard was that it's 100% safe.
Essentially.
All we heard, essentially. Fuck.
Oh yeah. For those of you Habibis who are also new, every time I say essentially, or one of us says 100%, usually it's Jay. And whoever says essentially, usually me, has to take a drink. So it's basically anytime someone says 100%, you have to say essentially. The other person has to say essentially. If
Yes.
someone says essentially, the other person has to say 100%. It's just what we do. That might be one of our oldest bits here on Habibi Bros, I would say.
Right. And then for right now, I have a video for us to watch. It's an educational video, and I think it's important for us to watch this. Have you seen this?
No.
All right, then we're gonna watch this for the first time together. I just know like the basics of it.
Mosquito bites and their itch are one of nature's most annoying features. But if you're only bitten every once in a while,
No, where are you really from?
Cleveland.
sure, it's annoying, but it's not that big a deal. The
Wait,
problem
hold on.
some people get bitten by mosquitoes a lot more.
Did that mosquito just use the most racist microaggression of where are you really from?
Before
You're not American. That's a racist ass mosquito.
no, not only that, the mosquito asked where you're really from before biting him. If he said Africa, do you think he was going to take the risk?
Yeah, I mean, he could have gotten AIDS.
Ex-
You never know.
and now they're depicting that some people notice the bald white guy.
More than other people. I mean, a lot more. Whether it's on a date,
Oh, your English is so good.
Excuse me?
going grocery shopping,
You know, everything happens for a reason.
I'm just buying apples.
commuting to work,
So when are you gonna have a baby?
watching TV,
We have to keep the Redskins name. It's part of our culture and history.
or just walking down the street with your partner.
I couldn't even tell you were gay.
Mosquitoes seem to pop up everywhere.
Do you know John? Give me shopping advice. I love Cher too.
And getting bit by mosquitoes every day,
Can I touch your hair?
multiple times a day,
So pretty. Can
Can I touch
your
it,
hair?
please?
Oh my God.
Can I please?
is annoying.
This is like interracial porn happening right now.
Yeah,
Gang
this
bang.
is basically black.
Reverse
This is
black.
This is five white guys standing behind a very sassy and thick black woman.
That makes you want to go ballistic on those mosquitoes. Which
Oh, okay. So now they're saying mass shooting of white people are okay. Okay. All right. This is a great video.
seems like a huge overreaction to people who only get bit every once in a while.
It's just
Wait,
a
hold
mosquito
on.
bite. Who cares?
Just
another
another
angry-
angry black woman. Just another
Oh my
manic
God.
Monday.
Monday.
Oh shit.
Just another angry black woman.
Of course, beyond just being annoying, some mosquitoes carry truly threatening diseases that can mess up your life for years.
Astrophysics? Maybe you should try less challenging, Major.
Ow, my dreams.
And other mosquitoes carry strains that can even kill you.
He looked like he was up to trouble, okay? I felt threatened.
So next time you think someone's overreacting, just remember, some people experience mosquito bites all the time.
You're all so exotic. Wow.
And by mosquito bites, we mean microaggressions. Mosquito
This is so fucking dumb. Oh my god. It's a staff
thought
at
For the longest time, I thought it was literally trying to make the case that mosquitoes are racist, and I thought that's the original intent of this video. Is they're just saying that black and brown people get bitten by mosquitoes more than white people, just to signify that black and brown people are further disadvantaged.
Yes, they get more well yes.
Right? You see where I'm going with
Absolutely.
this?
I see it. I understand. So I mean, just remember
Because
when
they
a black person
legitimately would say something like that. That's what's
Right.
crazy about this era, is that like they literally, you can't tell if this is a shit post or not because just the way
Oh,
things are.
dude, it's not a shit post. They had a professional development training which included this video. This was over at the MP area schools, New Prague area schools. So they closed. Of course, they closed down their account after the libs of TikTok found this was given this video and was able to post it because somebody leaked the video, and it's hilarious that if you think some people are overreacting. So the riots in Philly, the unchecked crime happening in San Francisco, all of this is just because they had a lot of microaggressions happening to them as they were growing up. That's what happened. A white person asked, "Can I touch your hair?" and they went on a riot in Philly.
Yeah, I was thinking it was kind of weird how they went from just like, what was the first thing that they went with? What was the first stereotype that they went with? Oh, was it that they didn't
Bites
that
and their itch are one
was
of
it that
nature's
black
most
and brown people
annoying.
say- Hold on. Was it that black and brown people don't change the batteries in their smoke detectors?
Honestly, that would be hilarious if it came in. The bite was like, "Hey, have you changed the battery in your smoke detector?" Bite.
Right? Chirp. You hear the chirp and then it goes for the bite.
Beep. So good. Oh my god.
Anyways, so what is
Let me see.
Jay? This was posted what, September 26th, so this week. Look, wait, hold on. I have a question. Fusion is still in business?
Well, it looks like it.
Fusion was like maybe like somewhat big in like the mid 2010s, but I thought like after 2016, like they basically like became irrelevant. They're making shit again.
Yeah.
This doesn't make I actually it's pretty amazing that Fusion. Yeah, no, it seems very on brand for Fusion to air this. I would think it would come from like Vice or Vox or something like that. You know?
Right, but you would think so. But it looks like Fusion was just doing this training video so people can the way that they are trying to have this analogy of what microaggressions are and how they can build up on irritating people. And what's really funny is that you have white people telling black people what they should feel, what they should feel offended by.
Right.
Like, why should I feel offended if somebody looked at me and said, my name is Mujahid? So they're like, okay, where are you really from?
Right.
I mean, Mujahid is not a fucking name from Oklahoma. Like,
it is interesting, Jay, because like I know some of the most based people who are actually still bothered by the question, and they're based and they're also like non-white, so they're black and Hispanic,
right,
or mixed race, and they saw it happen to me, like where someone asked me like, hey, like what kind of name is Siraj, like, and I responded to him, oh, it's American. And this dude froze the fuck up. He froze up. And it was so funny to see because I just like I don't give a shit. For one.
No.
I don't care if someone that asks me where I'm really from. Like, yeah, I'll tell you where I'm from. You give me an excuse to talk about myself, and I'm an attention whore. So yeah, I'll definitely shoot the shit with you.
You are such an. It was hilarious on Discord recently. You had a photo that you posted, and then you tried to keep on posting it to make a meme out of it for yourself.
That's true. I did do that.
That was so good. If there's any better example of that, like that was a great one.
It's actually pretty funny how that all went down. But yeah, for real. I talked to a few people that I know are very, very based, and they're like, how like I'm like they were like incensed for me. They thought it was like super inappropriate. Well, for one, it was inappropriate to ask it, but I didn't think of it as like a racist.
I don't even think it's inappropriate to ask it.
It wasn't. It was only inappropriate in the setting that we were in because it was a more professional setting as opposed to like a personal setting.
Right. I mean, even
like,
then,
if it was like at like the store, like interacting with somebody, that kind of thing, like a complete stranger. This was like in a professional setting, and they sort of, witnesses to this, and they're like, "Holy fuck, that actually happened!" And
really? I mean,
Uh,
I think I have it. I don't know if you experienced the same thing in Pakistan, but in the UAE, because the UAE itself is like such a melting pot of so many different Arab nations and European nations and all of that kind of stuff that we get asked that all the time. Every time you're in any kind of setting or whatever it is you're doing, you're sitting down. You could be sitting down with somebody from Sweden, somebody from Germany, somebody from France, and we're always asking each other like, where are you guys really from? You know, what do you guys really do? How do you pronounce your name properly? Like it's like a normal thing, and I think that the leftist libs are really damaging the way people are going to be able to be more inclusive with each other and be to have more of a relationship with each other if everything like that is just going to be considered off limits. Because how are you going to, like, if I wanted to say like, where are you really from, or what's your real name, how am I going to like be able to get more of a relationship out of that if we can't have these type of discussions without feeling like guys attacking me and personally or some shit like that?
Nah, you naturally. Okay, so this is just how most humans operate. You don't hang around people who make you feel uncomfortable to be yourself.
Right.
That is just a natural human social tendency. So you, no matter what you believe, if you feel that that person that you're around may react differently to something you say or do in a more negative sense because they are, say, have, you know, different viewpoint or different standards, or maybe they're just a tight ass and want to be angry and mad at everything that doesn't fit into their like worldview. Most people don't want to be around them, right, Jay? I mean, if you have to watch what you say, like even if what you say is like, you know, true, just being able to say it in front of somebody, you really think twice about opening your mouth because you never know how people will respond to it, which is insane to think about.
Right. No, it really, really is. And I think it damages the way people are going to have relationships with one another, or yeah, it changes the way I viewed what America was in terms of like color blindness and in terms of, you know, how it was a melting pot, that now you have places here in California, like from Berkeley, from all of these things. When I talk to these type of people, it is very hard for me to understand where they're coming from, because what they're saying is offensive means nothing. We had people throwing grenades and killing each other with AK-47s because the guy was from Palestine and not from Syria, or from Jordan, not from fucking, you know, Lebanon. Like totally different fucking. I mean, they look exactly the same, but they're just from a little different of an area. Here we have black people, Asian people, whites, like all that kind of stuff. And
so many like different groups of people.
Right. It's just their view of it.
The differences are so subtle.
Josh coming in is like on Rumble. Is like, I know Jay is exceedingly reserved when there's a chance of offending someone. Absolutely. But now
so funny is that Jay, like you, like, all right, for those of you who don't know Jay in person, the dude is such a sweetheart. Like in real life, he's so like warm and personable. You look at Jay, you look at his Twitter feed, ass licking, and you think, wow, this is the angriest individual on the fucking planet. How is it possible that someone is this way? And then you meet Jay in real life. Holy shit, that's you? No, it's honestly one of the biggest mind fucks ever. Like, it just kind of reminds you that Twitter really is not a real place. It really is. What you see on my feed, what you see on Jay's feed, like, I know some people think of that as like, that's who we are. But for the most part, almost everyone is playing a character on there.
Well, I would really call, just recently I called Gavin Newsom a son of a donkey. and a bag of donkey cum, and that his dad fucked a donkey, and 9 months later he was born. And I would say that to his face. I literally would. I would love to be on that debate stage with him and just be like, they ask some random question. I'd be like, but wait, I have a question for Gavin. What does it feel like to know that your dad fucked a donkey in order for you to be born? What does it feel like to be a bag of donkey cum? Tell me, please. What does it feel like to know that you have fucked California as much as you have in order for people like me to move the fuck out of here?
Okay, but you know what's so crazy, Jay? And this is what's so wild about Twitter is that people's real lives have been like impacted by this shit they post on Twitter. Like people have been fired from jobs and canceled. And I'm not saying that everybody on that platform is telling the truth, but a lot of people aren't. A lot of people are just literally posting to get those likes and retweets because it's a fucking addiction at this point.
It really is. But we went way off. We're going to go straight to the top 10 right now. So the number 10.
Holy shit, we're 47 minutes into the stream and we haven't gotten through the honorable mentions. Maybe we should never do honorable mentions again.
So leading us off at number 10, CBS News coming in with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is drumming a message of medical freedom that some critics view as dangerous. And his medical freedom is basically saying, if you want to take the vaccine, get the vaccine. We're not going to force it on you. And I am not going to allow any mandates to be forced on you in terms of the vaccine. And CBS News coming up with, I love this, critics' view. They didn't even bring experts into this time. They're just bringing in random critics. Thank you very much. Critics like who? Like the Democrats that are in Florida? Those type of critics? What the fuck do they know? Critics' view. This is the type of garbage reporting that we see time and time again from news organizations. They use these critics and they use these experts to try and push their agenda on people. Make no mistakes. One of the biggest people that have been wanting mandates and wanting close downs and wanting people to be forced into these type of vaccines have been the mainstream media. That's what they want.
So everything about this bothers me because these are the same people who specifically say after the Dobbs decision, they kept chanting, "My body, my choice." And nobody who specifically was in the corporate media who actually interfaced with someone who was not just pro-choice, but like pro-abortion, because at this point, like the things that pro-choice activists are fighting for, what they're advocating for is basically beyond even like some of the most liberal pockets of Europe, even their abortion bans. They're like Britain and France and I know Britain for sure. Britain and Sweden, I think, have even stricter abortion limits than the United States. And these motherfuckers here, these unfuckable hags, are literally just saying, "Oh, I need to abort my baby at like 37 weeks." That's that's full term.
Yep.
That's full term, Jay. That is literally full term, baby. That's not, at this point, that is not abortion. That's just straight up murder.
Yes,
and
of
I
course.
don't think many people just it's just insane that they just don't view human life as having any value unless it benefits them, in which case that's why they're trying to bring in so many immigrants. That's why they're trying to kill off literally like a bunch of people who would normally probably be have the opportunity to like think for themselves. Well, I really went on a tangent there.
No,
what was I saying?
You're absolutely true. Like they want to have, they want to have control over what it is and you cannot do medically. They want to have control over what it is and what you can't do medically for your children. They want to have control over when you can and cannot have abortions. They want to control all of these different kind of things because they believe that they're the ones who own the science behind it, who own the agenda behind it, who own your the safety of your children, and you don't know any better. They're the ones who are
David Montgomery scored another touchdown.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
know. I just
God.
saw it. I just saw it.
Shoot me
He's
in the
on my
face.
bench too. He's on my bench too. I don't even want to talk about it. Anyways, number 9 coming in with Paul Grumman, our favorite economic Nobel Prize economist, the best, the favorite expert that every one of these godforsaken.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Shit
Can you make that text a little bit bigger?
That love to go in. So Paul Grumman coming in, an inflation update. In the past, I've focused on a measure that excludes lodging, shelter, and used cars, as well as food and energy. Just to note that it adds to the evidence that inflation has been largely defeated. So basically, he's excluding food, energy, shelter, and used cars. He's excluding all the major factors of things that have gone up due to inflation to say that inflation has been defeated.
That's
That is what he's saying.
No, he's like saying, if you think about it, I don't have AIDS in any other place except my dick, balls, asshole, mouth, eyes, ears, nose, belly button.
Right. It's just fucking hilarious. And this is this goes to our point before. This is an expert that they use to say, experts say you need to do this and that and X, Y, and Z to live your life. And they're using absolute fucking partisan pieces of garbage hacks in order to try and push what you should and shouldn't do with your life.
So
it's the perfect example. Beautiful. And that's why this motherfucker is on number 9. And then moving on, we're at number 8. Coming up with Michael Knowles over at the Daily Wire. He has been having some really amazing takes lately, honestly. And he comes in with, I'm beginning to suspect that Joe Biden is a far more evil ruler than either Vladimir Putin or Xi Jinping.
I wonder, what do you think what do you think it was like the thought process before he posted that?
Watch me get some engagement, and then I'll use arbitrary bullshit to wiggle my way out in stupid, illogical arguments.
Do you think he genuinely believes this though?
No, I do not. Look,
wait, hold on, but no, that's the thing. If he doesn't genuinely believe it, then I don't think it qualifies for the list, because that would basically be a shit post.
Well, I don't think it's he's doing it he's not doing it as like a shit post. He's doing it as in a way that he knows how to gain engagement.
Yeah, it's engagement bait.
But I still think it's
that would
worthy
mean
of the
Jay,
list because he's still defending it until now. Like he still defends it on his show.
Do we have shows while you
I don't have a clip.
Look for, if he's defending it, I need to see some follow-up tweets if he actually believes it. Like if he's defending that position, then yes, I think we can make the case that he genuinely believes it. But if he's not, then I'm just calling it I'm calling it a shit post. I would have to disqualify it.
But I don't think we should disqualify it because he's been doing a bunch of this type of garbage bullshit, especially when it comes to the way he's talking about the election, the way he's talking about the situation in Ukraine, and also the way he talks about Joe Biden.
All right, but like, hold on. Michael Knowles is also somewhat of an entertainer. You don't think he has the potential to just like shit post this because he thinks it's funny?
He might be able to, but I don't think.
Fuzzy on Local says, Siraj, just say you want to bang Michael Knowles.
Right.
right, fuck you, Fuzzy. Just leave it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I honestly think it should be on there because not
All right,
only
just leave it.
does
Just leave it. Just leave it. Just leave it. Then
All
we'll
right.
go to the next one because I think if we can't tell, if we really can't tell, just leave it on. I'd say you'd have to give definitive, like there has to be more than a hunch, right? You have to
Right.
assume that what they're saying is they genuinely believe it. But you and I, Jay, well, we probably genuinely believe the shit we tweet. So yeah, let's just leave it.
Oh no, I do genuinely, dude. I have 42 points on my bench right now.
Wait, hold on.
42 points. No, because
You
I also
scored
have
again?
no. I have the
Oh, yeah, but no.
yeah, I have Dobbs for a wide
Fuck me.
receiver.
God
I know, dude.
damn it.
It's fucking it's way too nuts. Anyway, so going into Washington Post, we're gonna have a lot of Washington Post coming in at 7
Coming.
right now. So because they had a lot of bad takes this month, they are all combined into one with the Washington Post. And the first one,
What
that
number
we
is
wanna,
this, by the way?
this is number 7.
7. Okay.
So the
all
first one we're coming into is Mississippi became the last state to remove the Confederate battle flag from its state flag in 2020. However, 7 state flags still have design links to the Confederacy and white supremacy. Here they are. California.
No, absolutely
yes,
no way.
Yes, way.
No way.
They got what's it called? They got California over here. They got Virginia. They got South Carolina with a moon crescent and palm tree.
That's not
This
Jay,
is Islamophobia. Basically.
No, Jay.
This is
Yeah,
what
this
is.
doesn't have ties to white supremacy or Confederacy. This has ties to the Islamic Empire, which, by the way, I think about at least 5 times a day.
MashaAllah.
Mashallah, takbir.
Allah Akbar.
Anyways, you were saying it's Islamophobia. Why?
Well, because you're linking Islam to white supremacy. You're trying to say that Islamic Republic is white supremacy. That's Islamophobia right there, right there. And then,
Right
of
there.
course,
What?
it's misogynistic with Virginia having the Virginia flag. I forget what this woman. What is this? What is this woman?
Oh, that's Virgin. That's me.
You are virgin.
I am.
You are virgin.
Never touch a woman.
And then moving on to the next one, the Washington Post coming up with, I think, the best ad to live in Texas. To live in Texas is to live surrounded by guns. Each morning, people strap guns inside suits, boots, bras, and belly band holsters that render them invisible. They stash firearms in purses and toolboxes and even take guns to protest at the state capitol, which amazingly, I don't see people shot in those type of places. And one thing that they don't like to report on are that these are the type of people who are the good guys with the gun that actually deter a lot of crime and a lot of people from holding up places.
I think, honestly, Jay, I think the reason why people in the South are much nicer than other places is because everyone has a gun and they know not to fuck around and find out. Whereas, like, I feel like in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic, because the gun restrictions are so more strict up north, I think most people assume that someone else isn't holding a gun, so everyone up there is meaner. Everyone's an asshole.
Yes.
Right? Does that sound about right?
So. I think so. I think everybody knows, hey, this guy can have a gun. Hey, your hair looks great, even though he's bald. Neighbors tuck guns into bedside tables, cars, and trucks. They take guns fishing, to church, the park, the pool, and the gym. The convention center even hosts gun shows where shoppers pursue AR-15s and high-capacity magazines outlawed in other states. That's why people move the fuck out of other states. Why? I mean, they want to. This is like the Washington Post has become nothing but degrade itself into a partisan rag institution. That's what it
What
is.
is click on the show more? What does that say? What was the rest of it say?
Texas have purchased about 5.8 million firearms since 2020, more than
Base.
any other state, according to a Washington Post estimated based on federal background checks. Oh,
Hey,
background checks happen? What? There's background checks? What? I thought there was no background checks. I thought we needed background checks.
Jay,
What
Jay,
the fuck?
Jay,
I thought there was no background checks.
Jay, can you highlight? No. Can you scroll back up? Go highlight the words Washington Post estimated based. That should be the headline of this article.
And Washington Post estimated base Texas.
That is basically Washington Post telling me how fucking cool Texas is.
Yes.
So you're telling me that 5.8 million firearms have been purchased by some really cool ass individuals in 2020.
Yep.
Hey, lit. I love it. Love to see it.
It's fucking great. And then Flapper over on the non-Porsche chat on Locals saying that Siraj calls him Michael Holes.
What am I calling Michael Holes, Jay?
Michael Knowles, because you want to bang Michael Knowles. So instead of you call him Michael Knowles, you call him Michael Holes. And here we go on the next one from the Washington Post, which is this one went viral over David Portnoy blasting them on his social media account and showing
we
us
watched the video to that.
the way, show us exactly what they were doing when they were reporting on his Pizza Fest. So Portnoy did a Pizza Fest this past weekend. He got all of the and honestly, when I was reading up on it, not from the Washington Post because they're pieces of shit. When you're reading up on it, it's actually pretty amazing how they got it done because a lot of these pizza places have been around for 20, 30, 40 odd years and will only make their pizzas on specific type ovens. And he was able to get them all together with those ovens and put them out for this Pizza Fest. It was the first of its kind, and it was actually it was done really, really well. And one thing that people need to understand that Portnoy did for a lot of these restaurants is that without him, and I'm not talking about one or two or three, I'm talking about hundreds of restaurants would be closed down forever during COVID if it wasn't for Portnoy and his charity.
So what ended up happening? How was the article written this time? Because we saw the video of the exchange between Portnoy and that reporter, that food reporter, by the way,
Yes,
writing about this shit. Okay, they basically found basically an angle there. It's like, oh, it's just pizza. Oh, let's go fucking kill Dave Portnoy.
Right. So Dave Portnoy got an email forward to him from one of the sponsors, and it was from this reporter stating, David Portnoy has a history of misogynic comments and racism, and some people find it hard to be insinuated with him. What is your take? Basically, like they're painting this picture of David Portnoy saying that we're going to come out and already say that David Portnoy is a misogynist, racist, and you are sponsoring this, and we're going to demonize you for this.
Right.
And he confronted her, he called her, and he stated exactly that this is what it was going to be like. Instead of stating, he's like, why do you open it up with this instead of stating, David Portnoy, who helped hundreds of businesses stay open during COVID, is doing this event for businesses. Like, why are you stating it as trying to, paint me as this if you're not trying to do a hit piece?
Hold on, scroll down, Jay. Just to that photo. Hold on, just to that photo. Would.
Oh, of course you would. So, and you can already see here in the headline, in the tweet, participating pizzerias have had to navigate buzz around the festival and backlash against the Barstool Sports founder, controversial remarks and allegations of sexual misconduct. And this is absolute garbage. This is how they manufacture stories and narrative to go after people they don't like, or to try and demonize and sink their competition and other people. Because make no mistake, Barstool Sports is a competition to these other media outlets, and they want to take him down. So they have already written this article before they even came to Portnoy. They were going to go to Portnoy like 2 minutes before they released it and said, "Hey, we went to your sponsors and they had this to say. How do you respond?" Instead of saying, "We went to your sponsors with these type of questions, how do you answer?" They said, "This is what they said after we painted you as a fucking racist Nazi." And I mean, community notes for a fucking win right over here. It says a phone call between Emily Helm and Dave Portnoy was shared prior to publication, in which the WAPO journalist admits to intentionally misleading advertisers into speaking negatively of the One Bite Pizza Festival, which is exactly what happened and what they were doing and what they wanted to do.
On locals, Fuzzy says, "Jay, just say you want to bang Portnoy." Master Thief says, "Threesome with Portnoy, Jay, and Emily Heil." Joshin says, "Jay wants to do his own one bite review. I wonder what festival that's going to be. Is it going to be a fat ass-tival? A fat ass-tival. That'd be a hell of a name of a festival."
Right. It really would be. And then and going into the number 5 is WAPO again.
5 or 6?
It's 5. So 7, it was 7. Sorry. The 7 was here they are ranked. And then 6 was the pizzeria. And then now we're at 5 with
Hold
with
up.
this.
You ranked them Washington Post but wait.
I know. I mistaked the way that he had the thing. Washington Post is ranked 7, 6, and 5.
No. 7 is Washington. Hold on. You're really, where is the top 10 on this list? It's really fucking with me.
No, I have. So he has. So 7 is Washington Post, and then 6 is Philip Bump.
Philip Bump. There you go. That's
Yes. Sorry, I'm on 6 right now. So this is still 6.
like
So
me
Philip Bump.
heart attack here.
Philip Bump wrote this, and this is on Washington Post headline. So this is an article by Philip Bump. So they first Philip Pump. So this was the first tweet that he wrote, and this was after the debates. He was saying DeSantis didn't say woke last night, but he did say CCP and communist China. I was curious when this formulation had gained new popularity and found an introspective, predictable moment. The rise of Chinese Communist Party as a pejorative.
Oh man, that's so Philip Bump has basically, in terms of, and I thought this was impossible because those of you who know me know I love my queen, Jennifer Rubin. And to her, she is like the MJ of this shit. But I would argue that Philip Bump is definitely LeBron James.
Oh, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. He is, look, you can't, Jen Rubin will always be the GOAT. You're not going to take that away from her. It's not going to happen. She's 6-0 in the finals. Like,
she's
you're
the
not
Tom Brady of this game. There is no touching. There's no touching.
There's no touching that.
I mean, there will be touching of it. There will be touching
ourselves over her.
Right.
There's no touching her being the GOAT.
We'll be touching ourselves for sure, but there's no touching her because she's the GOAT. But yes, you were saying.
So what's really hilarious here is they want to try and say, look, all this is the Washington Post. They have been getting funds from China. They have been doing getting ad funds and stuff like that from China as well. And for him to come out and say that demonizing the horrific garbage that is the CCP and the Communist China is going to be some kind of racist dog whistle now is, I mean, I couldn't even predict this coming up. I couldn't even predict this happening.
I couldn't either, Jay. I really, honestly, this took me by surprise. I didn't think it was possible to be this dumb. I honestly didn't think that someone would be like, you know what? Yeah, using the term CCP is racist. That's basically that's the direction they're heading. They're going to say it's a pejorative. Then you say you can't say the word CCP in front of like any person of Asian descent because they don't know what Chinese people look like. For all they know, anyone with a light slant in their eyes is basically Chinese.
Right.
And saying CCP in front of them might trigger them.
It's just sick. It really is just absolutely fucking sick to see something like this happen. Like they hate. I mean, they would defend Hitler if the Republicans were saying Hitler is bad. That is absolutely what's happening here. I mean,
but that has happened. I mean, that they praise
had a standing ovation of
yeah, well, yeah, they literally did do that. So at this point, it's that we can't really, I have not seen an article yet saying actually what the Speaker of the House and what Justin Trudeau and Vladimir Zelensky did was honorable and noble. Like, I haven't seen those takes. And of course, some assholes to take that shit out of context and basically say I was defending Trudeau and applauding this Nazi. I bring this on myself, really.
You do, and on purpose.
There's another Philip Bump tweet, by the way. I don't know if you saw in the private chat. Ben sent it, I think.
In the private. Oh, hold on.
Because we're not done. We're not done with Philip Bump.
We are not.
I just want a bump of Philip Bump.
So here.
I just want to hump Philip Bump.
So this goes in with the more simping Philip Bump has been doing with Biden, how he's been trying to cover Biden's corruption. And what's really hilarious is that Philip Bump became a viral meme over his interview when he was asked, "What do you think about these texts of Hunter telling his adult daughter that I have to pay half to my dad."
Right.
Basically just laying it out there. And he's like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I know you like circumstantial evidence. I don't know what that means. I don't know. And he's like, can I go now? I'm going to leave. So, and he acting like a politician who just got a gotcha moment on it. It was absolutely sick to see a journalist act that way when somebody was asking that type of question, instead of just like going around with it and just being like, oh, I'm not sure. I didn't do enough research on it. I didn't really ask those type of questions. I'm not 100% sure. He was like, just like you said, that his mother was a whore and he had to get the fuck out of there. Well, his mother is a whore because he's a fucking little bitch. But anyways, so here he did an analysis and he wrote about Jim Jordan's dishonesty in today's hearing and GOP's reluctant to correct the record. No paywall. Right. And this is one thing he was talking about that's inaccurate. Again, a wire was not sent to Joe Biden's home address, as James Comer just said, because that is not how bank wires work. No fucking shit. So this is about the report that came out that Hunter Biden had somebody from China wire like something like $250,000. And on that wire, the beneficiary's address was Joe Biden's home address in Delaware. Mind you, this happened while Hunter Biden was living in California. He wasn't even living in Delaware. So
The
instead
thing
of
that's
saying
so
like,
crazy is they have this shit out in plain sight, and then they are like, "There's no direct evidence. There's no evidence. There's no direct evidence." And
yeah,
well,
it-
there's no direct evidence of Joe Biden loving his son as much as no. There's no evidence. There's no direct evidence of any father loving their son more than Joe Biden loves his son Hunter.
no, absolutely. That's all what this means. All these wrongdoings and all of this corruption and all this shady shit just means that Biden absolutely loves his fucking crackhead whore of a son. That's what it means.
I mean, and he is a whore.
He is. And going on with our favorite WAPO journalist as well this month, coming up with 14 presidents indirectly called out Trump's threat to democracy today. 13 former presidents signed a letter. The current one released an ad.
14 presidents. Are there like only 5 left alive, and one of them is like on his deathbed?
Yes.
This I should say. Look,
This
we're referring to Jimmy Carter. He's probably gonna like croak like, "Come on," and we're gonna
Right.
go back and watch this and be like, "Holy shit, what did he know?"
And this was like the day after his fucking like complete slip up over at the podcast he was doing. Oh fuck. But anyways, moving on. Over here we have Reverend Dr.
What number are we at?
Jacqui Lewis. Dr. Jacqui Lewis.
Jackamie Lewis.
Jackamie Lewis. Abortion access is holy.
Hold on, Jay. Hold on.
and
Time
life-
out. What number are we on? You got to give me the number.
5.
Jesus
We're on
Christ.
number
Jay.
5?
All right, before we get into the top
We're on number
5.
5. We're on number 5.
Before we get into the top 5, just quick reminder, go ahead, hit that like, that follow, and that join button. Obviously, you got to support the Habibi Bros. If you like a good time, you're going to love it hanging out here. And basically dragging the shit out of me and Jay, because that's what the Habibis do. Why, Jay?
Because we're family.
Because we're family. That's right. I'm just going to put this back just for a second. Make sure you go ahead and look, $5 a month. You get access to the Habibi Locals premium chat, non-Porsche chat, I should say. It's the non-Porsche chat. And also, what the fuck? The Discord server, Fantasy Football Game Night. We played Pico Park last time. We're basically sounding like a gay porno the entire time.
Right.
It was not. It's actually a family-friendly game. I'm saying the stream itself of us playing sounded like a gay porno.
Right.
I don't know what gay pornos sound like, but
Yes, you do.
probably has a lot of deep voices, except for the part of like, oh yeah.
That's a perfect imitation of gay porn. You did great. That was fantastic.
So Jay, my next question for you is, what is the next game that we're going to be playing?
We're going to be playing Animal Party, and there's multiple different kind of games inside it that you can play. So you pick a different kind of animal you want to play, and it's a lot of it is like Royal Rumble, where you're trying to get each player off of a map, or it can be team exercises where you're playing different kind of sports like football or soccer. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun with that with the Habibis. We're going to have a sign up sheet go up on our Discord server, and the first 8 people will participate on the next stream.
Inshallah, very soon. We'll announce when that's happening shortly. I just don't know when. Everything's crazy. Okay. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. What was the last thing I wanted to say, Jay? I don't remember. Let's get back to it.
All right. So at number 5, we have Reverend Dr. Jacqui Lewis.
Hold on. That's what I want to say. Rory Metzger on Local says, let Siraj read them in the Pakistani accent.
Oh, go for it. Number 5.
I will in just a moment. Flapper says, "Is it true that next Thursday you're playing Lemon Party?" I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, "Is it Animal Lemon Party?" Don't look up Lemon Party if you know what's good for you.
I'm not going to.
Okay, so
And I
I read
advise
this.
other
and
people not to do it either.
This is Rev Dar Jacqui Lewis. Abortion access is holy and life honoring, sir.
Life
That is-
honoring.
That is a real tweet.
By a reverend.
A reverend.
And
Not
by a
just
reverend.
a reverend doctor.
Reverends are what? Oh, look, of course. She's got pronouns. Of course, she's got pronouns.
I thought you were about to say reverends are what, and then pronouns.
Oh, I was going to say gay, but reverends are what? Are they Catholics or are they Protestants or what are they?
They're not Catholic. Catholics are priests.
Catholics are priests. Okay, so reverends are just Christian, like certain different kind of Christians.
Or priests are Catholics. Not all Catholics are priests, but priests are Catholic. Reverends, I believe, are some denomination that's Protestant, but it's obviously the Christian kind.
Right. All right, and
But
we're going.
He's in the chat. Let us know.
We're going into number 4. Adrian Watson. NSC Spox. We welcome this weekend's announcement by Saudi Arabia committing $20 billion to support President Biden's signature initiative, the Partnership for Global Infrastructure. And look at the date.
Oh shit! I completely forgot about this one.
The morning of 9/11. A spokesperson for the National Security Council announces
God.
a partnership with Saudi Arabia, who, by the way, had 14 out of the 19 who are from Saudi Arabia commit 9/11, and who had a lot to do with intel and not giving us the proper intel about these people as well. So to say it to come out on 9/11 with something like this is worse than any kind of joke that we've ever done, because this is serious. This is from a serious fucking person from the administration posting this type of garbage.
And Jay and I love a good 9/11 joke.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you hang out with us. I am making at least one 9/11 joke per day. We made at least 2 on this stream.
Right.
So, and it comes to 9/11, Jay and I are very, like to have we like to at least land 3 out of 4 jokes is what we're saying.
Yes.
Or not land.
Or I mean, we like to ram our jokes into the buildings of laughter.
Exactly.
And over at number 3, we have SV Date coming out with Osama bin Biden.
No, Jay, it's not SV Date. It's Save the Date.
Is it Save the Date? No, it's SV Date.
Yeah, no, that's his name. He's literally a wedding invitation.
Oh, Osama bin Biden. Oh no, you have to do it with your accent.
Oh, that's right. Osama bin Biden, after all, had never taken an oath to protect and defend the Constitution and the United States. Our 45th president had. Actually, it's interesting because he actually probably has an internal monologue that sounds like this. Ironically, the locus of his assault was the same building that was saved by bravery of the passengers on United 93, sir.
It is a fantastic tweet. And this was, again, tweeted on
by the way,
9/11.
Yeah. By the way, why don't we call him Osama bin Biden now? Why don't we do that?
But but why would we call him Osama bin Biden? I mean, what did he have to do with 9/11?
Oh, I was just gonna say because it's just a funny typo. The fact that you would call him Osama bin Biden, it's kind of like the whole "fuck Joe Biden, let's go Brandon" type of thing.
Well, yes.
I
But,
mean, it's much funnier, but because the "fuck Joe Biden, let's go Brandon" thing, that was like amusing for like 5 minutes, and then people just kept saying it. I like.
they did. They
Guys,
took it.
it's kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's not like.
And if anyone
because
knows
you know
what
what had
cringe
happened,
is,
Jay, you know what happened when people, if we didn't have "Let's Go Brandon," we would never have "Dark Brandon," and which is the left's appropriation of that fucking meme that drives me up the fucking wall. So that's why I hate the "Let's Go Brandon" chant. Fuck that chant.
and if anybody knows anything about cringe, it's the expert.
That's true. I am the king of cringe.
That is 100% true.
Essentially.
Going on to number 2, we have Governor Michelle Lujan.
That's Legend, Jay.
Legend.
Lubin?
Lujan Grisham.
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 I believe it's
She's
Grisham, Jay.
Grisham, sorry. The what's it called? New Mexican governor. You got to read this whole fucking thing.
Oh, I got to read this shit. That's
the
right.
whole fucking thing, all of it, including.
No, I can't do that in a Pakistani accent. I can't do it. Okay, I'll try. Today, judge temporarily blocked sections of our public health order, but recognized the significant problem of gun violence in the state. I refuse to be resigned to the status quo, and I will never stop fighting to prevent other families from enduring these tragedies. So actually, I think that's more her internal monologue instead.
Right. And what's funny here, yes, for the Habibis who don't know, the governor of New Mexico signed an emergency health
public health order
over gun violence. And what was hilarious about this is that everyone around her was like, "This is dumb. You're an idiot, and it's unconstitutional." From her Democrat AG, who said that they're not going to enforce this, to the police chiefs, to every single other faction around her. And what's really nice about it is really showcasing like where checks and balances can come from and like how they can work in real time. But it really, COVID had these people drunk with power and thinking that anything and everything can be considered a public health emergency to override the Constitution that they hate the most. People in power hate the Constitution because it checks their power.
And they did it once. They did it once with COVID.
They did it once with COVID. They did it with racism to allow other people to.
Yeah,
because
they fucking did it, Jay. They fucking did it during COVID. They basically declared that racism is a public health crisis, and that's why you should go ahead and protest in the middle of COVID during the summer 2020 riots. I find it amazing that we I feel like it's strange bringing this up because it's like all of us know that it happened, but like you have to keep talking about it because people forget and people misremember things, and then that's when you have your history revisionists coming in and saying, actually, this didn't happen. There is going to be somebody in 30 years who said that the summer 2020 riots were actually like on par with the civil rights movement,
right? Or you
and
can
people
have
will believe that shit,
right? And you'll have dumb fucks that will come out and pretend that people like Governor Newsom did a better job than DeSantis did on COVID. You have actual people going up and saying that kind of shit to just it's a fucking delusion. I don't understand how they can do that. And you're going to see it time and time again. They're going to use the fact that we as a population have such short-term memory now that they're going to switch it, like you said. They're going to say that was one of the greatest civil rights movements of our time, where they went and they did billions in damages.
Jay, you know what they got out of it?
More racism.
No, I was gonna say, you know what the major like change? The Washington Redskins dropped their name.
Oh yeah, it's the Commanders. And what's really funny is that they had a petition signed by some Native Americans saying that they want the Redskin name back. And then
so stupid.
Over here, the number
governor,
one tweet.
Hold on, before we get to that, I just want to read on Locals that Master Thief said about Governor, the New Mexican governor says, and I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for that meddling Constitution.
Right,
Here.
and I think a lot of people are coming.
What we got
and
next?
Then my name goes here over at Rumble says, funny, I thought the correct pronunciation of her name was fascist cunt. So, and then the number one coming in is a deleted tweet.
Oh,
and
one.
remember that the internet knows all, and even if it's deleted, the list comes for all.
Yes, and it also comes on all.
Yes.
Nice. Yes.
And this is
specifically me on my face.
Cynthia McKinney, PhD. I know where
Hold
I'll
on.
be
Do I have
and
to
what
read
I'll
this
be watching.
in the accent?
Yes, and this too. The whole thing. All of it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I really shouldn't have said anything. This is really my undoing because God, this is gonna be clipped and butchered. I know where I'll be and what I'll be watching at 6 p.m. Eastern time today. And scroll down. Drum roll, sir. Drum roll, sir.
Dun, 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 dun.
And black people and white people work together to defeat a common enemy. And there's the Star of David.
The problem, and they got 9/11, and they got the Star of David, and it's gonna be on 9/11. Never retreat, never surrender.
Are you familiar? Are you familiar with?
Oh.
Peg? Hold on. This is great. Are you familiar with Peg and Pixel?
No, who's that?
Peg and Pixel is basically an artist collective of I think it's Peg and Pixel. These are the types of album covers that you see from like the greatest era of hip hop, the 90s. And just look at these fucking album covers, Jay.
Oh.
Just look at how amazing they are.
That's exactly like what this is. Man, it's like when Photoshop first came out.
It's crazy. I don't know why I
It's
can't
amazing.
expand this. I really want to.
No, these are amazing.
These are so good. Everything about it. This is BG, Chopper City in the Ghetto. That is what we're seeing with this. That is a Peg and Pixel album cover right there, Jay.
It's so great. And I love how
you can't convince me it's not. It is that level of fucking just artistic genius, Jay. Look at that. You have
so
it all.
good.
You literally have it all, Jay. You have a black supremacist, Ayo Kamathi. You have David Duke, white supremacist. You have the Star of David. And in the background, you literally have a plane exploding from the South Tower of the World Trade Center. Okay? And you have a book that says, I shit you not, let's blow this up. Jews are the problem. And when is this airing? On fucking September 11th.
It's amazing. I actually went to the website. I was trying to see if I can't pick it up, but it's already banned. If you go to in black and white.net, it's gone. It can't be reached. If the spelling is correct.
We can never get that back.
No, it's gone. And we're never going to be able to watch it.
Rory Metzger says,
I wish.
I guess you got your clip, Ben. You got your clip right there. There's your first promo.
I hope that somebody
Hold on,
actually
Rory. Let's get
watches.
Siraj. Can you say the name of that book in your Pakistani accent? Oh, Jules of the. Oh, I can't say it. Sir, I'm telling you, this book, it is 100% crazy, sir. It is titled Jews Are the Problem.
It always starts with a Yahud.
Yeah, that's the number one tweet. That's insane. That's
It
really
is,
fucking.
and it had
That's
everything.
so wild.
It had everything. It had your 90s hip hop reference. It
Right.
had white and blacks coming together. It's
Yeah,
like-
it's literally Bloods and Crips coming together. I think that's the. I think that is actually the meme I went with when I tweeted about this. It was literally the Blood and the Crip like had a tied bandana. I'm gonna fucking find that. That was what date? When did that tweet? When was that posted?
This was posted 5/17 on 9/11.
Oh, so it was 9/11. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, it was posted on 9/11, and she was
All
like,
right.
"I know where I'm gonna be."
I need to go.
But
find
I
it.
can't find. I wish the video was clipped or posted somewhere. I would love to react to this video. If anyone can find this video, please send it over to us. I would.
Oh,
love...
do you think? Yeah, please send us that video. We gotta watch it. But in the meantime, since we got through the top 10 already, we should react to some actual videos that the Habibi sent in. And that this is obviously the benefit. While Jay's pulling up the first one, a reminder to hit that like, that thumbs up, that follow, the join buttons. Help support us Habibis, so that we can keep doing this shit, because we actually really have a lot of fun doing it. And if you were to join the Habibi Bros locals community, you'd have things that most communities don't have access to. Like what, Jay?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the videos. Do we have them in the doc, or where are the videos?
They're at the top of the doc, but you didn't.
Oh, okay. There we go. Sorry. What was it?
It's okay. I was just
gonna
say
we both sort of have like the same ADHD problem.
At that point, Jay, that was a push right there. That was broke even. Here you go. Bloods and Crips coming together.
You should have photoshopped the crypt in a KKK in a KKK.
Oh man, I should have done that. I would have done so much better. That was, although it was September 11th, I didn't know how. I think that evening I remember, because that was when that was when Jets fans finally knew what it felt like. Jets fans finally figured out how New Yorkers felt on 9/11. Right?
Right.
Because Aaron Rodgers went down, and that was basically their 9/11. After all that hype, 4 plays in,
and
he goes down on he 3 out of 4 plays landed.
It's just it's honestly it sucks, because it was such hype. It was such hype when he was coming out with the American flag on 9/11. Like, it's like, oh yeah, America. Oh, they're gonna win by like 37,000 points. Let's go! I'm so hyped for it. And I tweeted out, "I'm a Jets fan." And then he was right when he's carted off. I was like, "I'm no longer a Jets fan."
Oh my god! All right, let's try to get to some of those videos that you say that exist. We don't have that many. I know that there was all right. So quick story, I guess. There was the impeachment inquiry hearing started. Yeah, that's the first one.
Yes.
We have to at least watch this one above all, because there are 2 versions of it. So this is a congresswoman. I don't know where. I've never actually seen her before. So Representative Crockett.
Let's hear it.
Please.
On because he's got 91 counts pending right now. But I will tell you what the president has been guilty of. He has unfortunately been guilty of loving his child unconditionally, and that is the only evidence that they have brought forward. And honestly, I hope and pray that my parents love me half as much as he loves his child. Until they find some evidence, we need to get back to the people's work, which means keeping this government open so that people don't go hungry in the streets of the United States. And I will yield.
I
Holy
feel
shit! Like she said it deadpan, like completely serious. This is that's the
she
meme.
gave it
She
that
did the meme.
attitude too, like the Cardi B fucking acrylics. I don't have a father, so I'm jealous of this father love fucking attitude that she's given onto it. Nuts.
So there's another video that go along with it. No, Jay, go back to. There's literally one more post about that. I swear to God, Ben, if you didn't include in the rundown,
He didn't.
I will fire the shit out of you. And yes, go and fire off the list. He forgot to put it in. God damn it, Ben.
He didn't put it in.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have to roll his. I used to have this. I used to have the clip of Mac and me. Maybe I still have it. God, it's gonna drive me insane.
Can I just say I love that we have a counter again? You remember how they were doing the counter of days until the impeachment, days until this, days until it's gonna close down, days until here. It's amazing. I mean, it's so amazing just watching the way these people. They report on shit that's happening with the GOP or compared to shit that's happening with Democrats. It's insane. While they're doing this, they're having other journalists and other reporters cover up the corruption from the Biden family. It's just amazing watching this happen in real time.
All right, so I think I found it, Jay.
Oh, perfect.
This is Representative Crockett on Jerry Springer.
But when we start talking about things that look like evidence, they want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are looks like in the spirit of me. Till they find some evidence, we need to get back to people's work, which means keeping this government open so that people don't go hungry in the United States. And I will. But when we start talking about things,
that is fucking brilliant.
That is one of the best videos I have seen over this whole time.
I have to watch it one more time because Ernie just came in to say what's up. Hey, bud.
Ernie.
But when we start talking about things that look like evidence, they want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the shitter to me. Until they find some evidence, we need to get back to the people's work, which means keeping this government open so that people don't go hungry in the streets of the United States. And I will. But when we start,
that is so fucking good.
It's amazing.
That's
it's
incredible.
Amazing.
Great work. Great shit posting. I love it. Hi, Ernie. Good boy. Everyone, this is Ernie. Ernie, this is everyone. Say hi to the Habibis. It's Ernie.
He is our caliphate.
He is our caliphate. So Ben's sending out the tweet. Ben's sending out the list right now. It's earn time. But we also have this video to react to. Hit me with it, Jess.
For how the Democrats feel about the impending shutdown, I'd like to bring in Democratic Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley from the great Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Congresswoman, Speaker McCarthy has been dodging questions on whether or not he would turn to Democrats to try to gain enough support to pass his own continuing resolution. Do you see a scenario in which House Democrats would work with McCarthy on this to try to keep the government open?
It's shameful, Jake, that we're in this position at all. We began the 118th Congress with chaos. We are still in chaos. McCarthy cannot get his conference together, nor can he advance his harmful and unpopular agenda. To date, what do we have here? A baseless impeachment, a march towards a nationwide ban on abortion, banning books, completely out of step with the American people. The Democrats are ready. We've been ready. We are united, and we're focused on the people. We're ready to keep the government open and to maintain essential services.
Congressman Gates of Florida says if McCarthy does turn to...
Why did he just let her lie completely? What books are being banned?
I mean, she's lying about everything.
The whole thing is just a lie. And then he doesn't stop her or nothing. Remember, this is the fucker who said he doesn't have any liars on his show. This is the fuck that would talk over any other Republican speaking about anything. Just completely lying and just letting it go.
For support on a funding bill, he would introduce a motion to vacate the speakership. And we heard from Congressman Pfluger that he thinks other Republicans would join Gates in that if McCarthy tries to cut a deal with Democrats. If that were to happen, whom would you vote for speaker?
Jake, right now, the speaker that I listen to are the constituents in the Massachusetts 7th Congressional District who stand to be deeply harmed by a shutdown, which it does appear that one is imminent, and it will be deeply consequential. We're talking about Social Security and Medicare being compromised. We're talking about food being taken out of the mouths of women and children in my district. Much as 125,000 families could be impacted. We're talking about 7,000 federal government and contract workers in my district. We're talking about states not getting critical disaster relief funds.
They even accept
that's who I'm answering to.
Yeah, they do.
That's why I remain ready and continue to center the people. I hope that we will not be in a shutdown. If we are in a shutdown, please know that we are in a shutdown because of the Republicans. The Democrats have been at the table and been ready.
Yeah, but you might actually be given an opportunity where you get to vote for keeping Speaker McCarthy as leader, or there would be there would be chaos. You might be asked to vote for Jim Jordan. I mean, it might actually be one of these scenarios. Would you?
Time to vote. Yeah, I'll make a decision when it's time to vote, but it is shameful that we are in this position at all. And it's more of the same with the Republican majority, just chaos. And I would argue cluelessness about what the American people really need and want us to be focused on, which is governance and keeping the government open and providing these essential services.
So Republicans' biggest criticism of the bipartisan Senate spending bill, this compromise that's being worked over on the other side of Capitol Hill, is that it does not contain additional funding for border security. Right now, the U.S. is facing a crisis at the border, and this historic wave of Venezuelan migrants crossing into the U.S. The U.S. cannot deport most of them, or any of them really, because of the frosty diplomatic relations with Venezuela. More than 7.7 million people have fled Venezuela. There's no sign this is slowing down. Do you agree that something needs to be done about our border, that it's just not sustainable? I mean, we see, these governors, and I'm sure you disapprove of the tactic, but they're sending migrants into places like Massachusetts, like New York.
Sending migrants to sanctuary cities. Sending migrants to politicians and places that voted for this shit. And again, he's already trying to give her an out and that kind of stuff. Instead of stating these are the places that are sanctuary cities and this is where they're being sent. He's editorializing for them. Like, this is the game
like
they
California.
fucking play.
And these cities are having trouble keeping up. The Republican governors say things like, we're just giving you a taste of what we have to deal with.
Well, I certainly disagree with any people, and certainly our most vulnerable who are fleeing great destabilization and violence and corruption from being used as political pawns. No doubt about it, our border is secure, and we're in the midst of humanitarian crisis. And we have to no political pawns. No doubt about it, our border is secure. And we're in the midst of a humanitarian crisis, and we have to fix a broken system.
Wait,
and
you think it is secure? You think the border is secure?
Finally.
Or it is not secure?
I believe that we are in the midst of a humanitarian crisis, and there needs to be federal investment to support those migrant families. And I work with a number of those community-based organizations on the ground, and they need more support. They need more federal support. This is a humanitarian crisis, and it's the consequence of a number of longstanding broken policies that are very consequential for asylum seekers, TPS holders, and DACA recipients writ large. But that is a conversation for another day.
Sure, I don't disagree with this being a humanitarian crisis at all. But just to get some clarity on this, and sure, that's a conversation for another day. But do you think that the border is secure? Is that what you said?
Yes, the border is secure, and we're in the midst of a humanitarian crisis that has been
It's
created
secure,
by a
but
broken
there is a
system.
crisis.
And in the meantime, we need federal investment to support my constituents and those who call the MA 7th home writ large, which is why we need to prevent a government shutdown. I want to center the humanity, the dignity, the safety, and the needs of everyone, which is why we should not have a government shutdown. It will be deeply consequential. It will create a dire situation for families, many that are already struggling.
But if you have millions of undocumented migrants coming into the country, how is the border secure?
Jake, this is not a new crisis. It does require more political will and commitment. It is a humanitarian crisis. We should treat it as such. And again, representing one of the most diverse constituencies in the country. And in fact, I chair the House Haiti Caucus. I represent the third largest Haitian diaspora in the country. And what I see on the ground is community-based organizations and municipalities who need federal support.
I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying, except for the idea that the border is secure. I mean, if you have people crossing the border, it's just by definition not secure. If you have people coming to the United States, in fact, I mean, one of the arguments being made, and I think it's an argument worth considering, is that because our border is so porous, millions of people make this very unsafe journey. Millions of people give money to people who prey on them, coyotes, and take them on these journeys to cross into the United States, preying on them, vulnerable people. And that's because the border is not secure. Because it is not secure, they go on this journey. And one of the arguments that is made, and maybe you disagree with it, is that the border should be secure so as to discourage people from making this journey. So that if people want to try to come to the United States and declare asylum and seek asylum, they go through the proper corridors and not just try to cross illegally. But it just seems like just such a refusal to acknowledge reality, just to say that the border is secure when we all know millions of people are crossing the border illegally every year.
This is amazing.
Jake, and that is a consequence of a number of things. We have climate refugees, people that have been disabled in regions that are destabilized by extreme weather events.
Sure.
We have people that are violence and corruption.
Extreme weather events.
And so we just have to
so we want to pretend now the climate change is the
someone
problem.
would leave their native country and their family
because they're
so
shit.
Their
countries are shit.
And
their native country is garbage, is trash, and that's why they're coming to the United States to take advantage. And you fucks give them that advantage.
By DACA recipients and asylum seekers. And we must do more and better by those who already call this country home, who stand to really struggle if there is a Republican government shutdown that could have been avoided if the Republicans knew how to govern. But instead, they lead from a place of contempt, callousness, and cluelessness, and they continue to play to the most extreme parts of their base, political gamesmanship, playing with people's lives. And I'm not here for it. And that is also why, given how many people are struggling, I'm calling on the and to not resume student loan payments October 1st if we are in a government
student loan.
shutdown.
Okay, shut the fuck up. The stupid fucking horse. Student loan. That went from climate to saying that there's something else going on to saying it needs asylum seekers and all this fucking garbage. The border is not secure. It hasn't been secure. and they don't want to call it unsecure because they want this invasion to happen. You can see her say that we should not close the federal aid so more and more people still can come through. This is what they want happening. And you can see that their refusal to say it is exactly for those reasons. Because they want illegals here. They want illegal aliens to be able to vote. They want illegal aliens to be a burden on our system. It is fucking insane. And then these fucking pieces of shit. That's what they are.
It's really wild. It's really wild.
It is.
How many was that? All the videos we had?
No, we have other ones, but we're getting on to the 2-hour mark right now.
I think we should probably wrap it up here. We definitely went way over time, and Emily is absolutely gonna peg me after this.
Hell yeah. I can't wait.
So Habibis, make sure you hit that like, that follow, that join buttons. And keep it locked here. Next week, I think we're gonna still do Tuesday. I don't know what's gonna happen this weekend. It's probably gonna be really crazy for me. But we'll figure it out. At the very least, Jay can run streams. So if Jay's got time, he'll definitely stream.
Yes. All right, Habibis, for the Habibi Bros. And thank you very much for joining us for this very long list stream. And
Very long list stream.
We'll catch you.
Oh, hold on. Master Thief says that you still have your shirts on. Progress. Say that again. Say that again, Master Thief. Say it again.
Just saying, inshallah, we'll see you guys next week on Tuesday with another show of Habibi Power Hour, and hopefully we'll do a game night this weekend.
Oh, yeah. So peace out, Habibis. Thank you all for joining us, and make sure you go hit that like, follow, and subscribe. Peace out, Masadama.